So today I've decided to do something a little bit different than usual. Small update, the super motor is out and at the machine shop getting decked and all that good stuff. So while they still have it, I'm bored. So I wanted to do some stuff for my computer setup. I've really jumped down the rabbit hole of like retro stuff lately. And I use the term retro loosely. I mean, this stuff was still kind of considered new when I was a child, and it really didn't feel that long ago, but when you look on paper, it kind of has been. So everything was all like beige and gray and, you know, what have you, like late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s even. First computer I ever built was out of a beige Antec case, and I still have it. Actually, it's still my current case. The next one I'm going to be building, though, it's going to be a little bit different, but it's still going to be an old beige case. I'm just going to resto mod it, kind of, and do some cool stuff. So basically, I've got a beige keyboard right now that's modern with LEDs behind it. I've got a white and gray that kind of looks beige Corsair mouse, so it's got LEDs too. So I kind of want to make this. Wow, my hand looks white. I want to make these monitors kind of like beige and gray so they kind of match. So what I'm going to do today, I've never painted monitors before, so I don't know how it's going to go. We're going to be using Rust-Oleum products, satin stone gray with paint and primer in it, and a satin protective enamel with their almond color. I've seen a video of someone using this color before, and it looked really good. So I'm thinking I might be able to do the same thing, and it might work out. So I guess the first thing I gotta do is mask off the screen, because if I painted that, that would really suck. That would kind of defeat the whole purpose. It would look great probably, but then what would I be able to do? So let me go ahead and get started on that here, I guess. Just do that real quick. There we are. Looky there, now it's perfectly masked. Well, perfectly. So I was going to cut down into it with a razor blade so this inner lip would get painted, but I decided that that was kind of stupid. If I cut into the LCD, well then what? So went around the edges with a razor blade, just kind of shoop, 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 shoop. And that did great. So I guess I'll put the papier on here now, and we'll see how that goes. And there we go, so now that's handled. I sounded way too excited for that. Wow, and there we go, now it's ready for paint! Except it's not, because I'm going to mask off this, the little vents as well. And so what I want to do, I'm going to paint like this and this. That'll be like beige, and the stands are going to be gray. And I haven't exactly figured out how I'm going to paint those like separately. I guess I'll have to just paint the monitor first with the stand on there, and then just take this off and then paint the stand separately. It's probably what I'm gonna have to end up doing. So I guess we'll just get that taken care of right quick. And this sucks because I have to do this twice with this one, so that's, you know, whatever. I just had a small thought here. So like PC case modding is like really popular. People love to do that type of stuff, although maybe not like nowadays, not like a whole lot now, because you can just go online and buy a super cool Leon Lee case and be like, yep, okay, I'm done. Just throw some cool RGB fans in there and it'll be Gucci. But like PC case modding was a big deal at one point in time, and I still feel like some people still do it. But I really have not seen a lot of people doing monitors, like making their monitors match their setup and stuff. I'm not going to tell you that I'm the first person to ever do it, because I know that that's a lie. But I really don't see it very widespread, I guess, in today's world, modding world, what have you. There we go. Oh, doesn't that just make you feel so good? Okay, so now I've got all of them ready, all two of them. I kind of rolled the corners or the edges rather, to make sure that I don't get any like hard lines when I paint. I'm sure I still will, but I don't want to try to pull all this off and then it just peels a whole thing of paint off, because again, I'm not going to redo it a second time. So the most I'll do is mask off that area and just hit it with some paint real fast again, and then hope for the best. But I almost forgot. Okay, it would appear as if we are now ready for paint. If it's too cold outside, stick your paint can in your sink, fill it with warm water, maybe use a bowl, whatever. It works. So far, not bad. I scritched off the little spots for the LEDs. I still need to paint the base. I found out that it's 37 degrees out there, so I've been using the heat gun to try to make this cure. Now my challenge is getting these off while these are still kind of like tacky. So I've decided to try to lay them on their screen, as ill-advised as that may be, and try to pull the base off that way, with this having contact with this, but none of this having contact with anything. Great success. While I'm here, I'm just gonna... Oh no, you're getting paint on the power port. You're getting paint on your desk, and your scissors are getting painted, and... Oh no, what are you gonna do? And if you happen to have an old radiator out of a Mark III Supra, you can use that as a base. What are you complaining about? Mina, what are you doing? Oh. I think I put the coats on a little too heavy on this one. But, oh man, you can see the orange peel. Jeez! Now it is going to look a little bit different once it's actually dry. Now that it is actually starting to dry, I can kind of see the that brushed metal look that it was going for originally when the plastic was cast. Honestly, so far, I mean, it may look different once it's actually together, but I feel like I probably should have gone for a darker gray for a better contrast, because I think these kind of look like they're just running together a little bit. They may be two different colors, but I feel like the lightness of them both, it kind of, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So I've given it some time. You can actually see the texture of the plastic. I don't think I hate that. It's not ideal. It's not really what I had in my head, but it's not terrible. So let's get them slapped together. These are still kind of a little, like you can tell just by touching them. There's a little bit of a there, but it's not enough to where it's like leaving prints or nothing, or taking any paint with it or whatever, but I think they need to cure for a few more hours most likely. But yeah, let's slap them together, see how they work. Gotta just get a little bite somewhere, you know? And you can just get on in there. Is that vulgar? I do not think this is my best masking job, I do not think it's my worst masking job. I think it could have been worse. I think it could have been better. It is stuck. Well, I guess that's that. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look... well, actually, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I do think that I should have used a darker gray on the stands, but all in all, I really don't think they turned out too bad, so kind of happy with it. I might show this with my whole setup, but I don't really know if I want to because you'll make fun of me. Yeah, not my best masking job, as you can see, but it's not awful, I guess. It'll do for what I tried to accomplish, so hopefully it all matches pretty well. Came a long way with still some more to go. I've done exceptional, but still some room to grow. For the fam is who I do it for. On the mic, consider me a Ali or a Smoking Joe. You wanna battle me, show the bread, we can go blow for blow. Or we can go tape for tape and go show for show. Bar for bar, blow for blow, I'm like Marvin Hag. I see my stock going up, rising on the grab. I saw the treasure and I made a path. That looks kind of cool, don't it? I like it. I like it. It should match. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. And there we have it. Matches the keyboard. Mouse-ish. Matches my taskbar. My tower's down there. It's beige too, but I have all this kind of blocked off because the cat's a real piece of work and tries to get in all the wires and stuff. My cable management's terrible, but I'll fix that here soon. Honestly, I'm a lot happier with it than I thought I would be. It seems to match everything pretty well, so yeah, cool. If you managed to make it this far, thank you very much for doing so. I'm not going to ask for likes or subscribes or anything, because that's dumb. I just like doing what I want to do, so thank you very much for supporting that. Appreciate ya. Look at my Shiba. I forgot to mention beige chair.